At USGS, we have a suite of products and services which provide publicly accessible water data for the nation, and we've been sharing this data on the internet for decades. But the systems to share this data have become outdated. So we're on a long haul mission to modernize our systems, expanding discoverability, accessibility, and usability of our nation's water data. We're excited to modernize and provide all new, highly requested features to our systems, but we move forward with thanks for the existing and legacy systems because this wouldn't be possible without them. And thanks to the team that makes water data for the nation possible. We are a cross functional team from the USGS Water Resources Mission Area and Water Science Centers. We're proud of this modernization effort because it increases the visibility and access of all USGS water data for the nation. The National Water Information System, or NWISWeb, hosts our legacy web products that have been around for decades, delivering crucial water data to everyone. But we're gradually replacing our outdated web presence with modernized data delivery products hosted by Water Data for the Nation. So let's talk briefly about our process of modernization so you can most effectively engage with us as we build these products for you. Our work is user-centered, transparent, and dynamic. We put our users, you, at the front of our process by developing Agile products. And this is our Agile development process. We want to discover all about our users, you, and your key needs. We only take important, high-level issues to discovery, so we do not ask, how do we rebuild the legacy system feature by feature? But instead we ask, what features are the most critical to users' workflows, and how can we meet our users' needs in an even more efficient and effective way? We involve stakeholders and users early in the process, ensuring value in the end product. Discovery includes user research, technical system analysis, synthesis and prioritization, and recommendations for how to proceed. After we understand priorities and key user needs from the discovery, we begin prototyping and developing code-based solutions in the alpha phase. Both the discovery and alpha phases of development take place internally, out of the public view. After we test and experiment in the alpha phase, and after enough functionality is present to support our major use cases, we release products in beta to the public. Products in beta allow us to get low-stakes user interactions and feedback. User input is solicited early and often. After major use cases are met, the minimum viable product, or MVP, is ready so we can finally transition from beta to live, where the product is operated, monitored, and fully supported. Once live, the product keeps growing and evolving with user needs. Modernization is like a house renovation. We're renovating or remodeling one room at a time while still living in the house. So thank you for your patience and feedback as we move through this process of modernization together. We started our reno with the most prominent and visible room, the one that receives over 90% of our visitors, which, for us, are the web pages that display water data for monitoring locations. We call them Legacy Current Conditions Real-Time pages, and this is one of them. These pages have been around since the 1990s, providing crucial data on water conditions for sites nationwide, like stream discharge and gauge height. Legacy pages were groundbreaking in their day, and they've served us well, but they've become outdated, difficult to enhance, and they're not mobile-friendly. We know that about 2/3 of our users access our data through mobile devices or tablets. So we're modernizing Legacy Current Conditions Real-Time pages, and we've created next-generation monitoring location pages. Some features of these next-gen pages are an interactive hydrograph with gauge operational limits, National Weather Service flood stages, and the option to display 2 parameters at a time. An interactive map showing nearby sites, upstream, downstream, and basin features, and links to NWISWeb legacy pages containing data that's not yet modernized. Next-generation monitoring location pages also offer a greater ability for custom site text and alerts, and camera and videos where available. In September of this year, legacy pages will be redirected to next-gen pages. So if you type in a URL or click a bookmark for a legacy page, it will automatically redirect you to the next-gen page. But thanks to feedback from our users, we've learned there are more features necessary before we take this next step. We've completed a few already, but the remaining 4 are: make data sortable by time, make Facebook shares more compelling with images, offer new zoom options to improve interactivity with graph and axis, and offer daily statistics for the latest day. If you would like to get involved and test these new features before they go live, please send us an email at WDFN_usabilitytesting@usgs.gov. At any time, if you need to access legacy pages, you will be able to click Legacy Real-Time Page underneath the monitoring location title on any NextGen page. You can also click on Data Inventory to use some of the legacy-only features for now. Thanks to user feedback, we've identified 3 key features we know are essential before we decommission the legacy pages in July of 2023. Cooperators sometimes need to access data that cannot be revealed to the public. This level of access is important, so we are considering how to best accommodate this data need. Discrete data, field visits, and site statistics are useful to more advanced users. Right now, monitoring location pages show one station's data at a time. We've heard from users that the ability to show data from multiple stations at the same time, what we call a multi-station feature, is extremely important to many of our users, particularly cooperators. So later this year, we'll be seeking user input through our discovery, which will uncover the most beneficial aspects of a multi-station feature so we can provide an efficient and effective way to view multiple stations at a time. Do you want to be a part of our Agile development process for the multi-station feature? Send us an email at WDFN_usabilitytesting@usgs.gov with the subject Multi-Station Feature. We've identified other features that we need to release before decommissioning the legacy pages. They are better download capability, possible expansion of Water Science Center's specified text fields like manuscript or location level revisions, make the wind direction parameter a set of discrete measurements, and offer features to better show water quality samples. So we know that monitoring location pages can show us real-time data like gauge height or temperature for any monitoring location, depending on the parameters measured at that location. But what if you wanted to be notified for water data conditions? That's what WaterAlert is for. With WaterAlert, you can get notifications for changes in water conditions based on thresholds you choose. On the screen, you'll see the legacy interface of WaterAlert when users go to subscribe to an alert. It's outdated, and it's not easy or intuitive for never-before users. Changing wireless industry standards that are intended to prevent spam are outside of our control, but they are currently preventing notifications from reaching users via text message. This is a major disruption in our service, so we are proud to be updating this product to align with the web of today so that users no longer experience disruptions or difficulties such as these. We created next-generation WaterAlert to fully replace legacy WaterAlert. This is the same tried-and-true subscription service, but in a more mobile and user-friendly format with greater flexibility and all new features. Current users will be able to transfer their legacy alerts to next-generation WaterAlert using a simple 3-step process that we anticipate will take 5 minutes or less. We'll be notifying users multiple times via email and text, as well as sharing this information widely across all of our platforms. We anticipate opening the transition in August of 2022 and closing the transition at the end of September. Please check the WDFN blog for the most up-to-date information and timeline. Users will take 3 easy steps to transition their legacy alerts into NextGen WaterAlert. Users will log in, transfer their alerts, and then check their new account. That's it. When logging in, users will have 2 choices. If you are a public user, you will use login.gov, the public's one account for government services. It takes a few moments to create an account through login.gov and only 3 pieces of information: your email address, a secure password, and 1 or more authentication methods, such as a code sent via text. If you are an internal USGS user, you will use your Active Directory credentials for a simple sign-in process. Users will then be able to select which alerts they want to transfer. We recommend transitioning all of your alerts if you are uncertain. You can always delete them in NextGen WaterAlert if you decide you don't want them, But once you've completed step 2, you will not be able to return. So when in doubt, transition all. After you transition your alerts, your transition process is complete. We recommend clicking on My Alerts to verify that your alert subscriptions transferred successfully and to give yourself an opportunity to orient to the interface of NextGen WaterAlert. Soon, we'll be releasing a thorough, step-by-step video tutorial for transitioning to NextGen WaterAlert. Send us an email at wdfn@usgs.gov for any specific communication requests. There are some key takeaways from this video. For monitoring location pages, more features are coming. Legacy pages will redirect to NextGen pages in September of this year. Legacy pages will be decommissioned in July of 2023. For WaterAlert, legacy users will be able to transfer their alerts to NextGen WaterAlert. And we anticipate opening that transition to NextGen WaterAlert in August of this year and closing the transition in the end of September. Thank you for watching. For the latest information, check our blog at waterdata.usgs.gov/blog or follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at USGS_water. Feel free to email us at any time with questions or comments at WDFN@usgs.gov.